Yes, yes, yes. This is where you want to be. This is where you need to be. If you want to take your business to the next level, this is where you really need to be. Um, our guest is already here in the studio waiting. So Fortune, I can see you. Um, without wasting much of our time, we're going to let him in. But I just need to let you guys know who Sir Fortune is. I know most people here, you came in because of Sir Fortune, but that's good. I just need to give you a little bit summary of who I think he is. So Sir Fortune is one of the best sales strategies I've ever come across, and he's quite a phenomenal. He's quite a phenomenon. Someone I really, really respect. I deeply respect, and he's someone that always come true for me. Even anytime I always have a show or a kind of webinar, I always find a spot to put him. I don't know why. I just always find a spot to put him. So Sir Fortune, welcome, welcome. It's good to see you. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to have you here with us on our team. It's an honor. Your mic is muted. Okay, yeah.
Mawaga, your boy is loyal.
Boss.
Your boy is loyal, bro.
It's good to see you, sir. It's good to see you, sir. I'm really honored. I'm really grateful. So I'm going to go back to the studio and let you do your thing. You've got the floor right now. All right.
Okay. All right, guys. Good evening. If you're online, just type "I can hear you." Let's see how many "I can hear you" we can have. If you are online, type "I can hear you." If you are online, type "I can hear you." Singlet they show me can adjust now. I think it's okay now. All right. I can see just "I can hear you." One, "I can hear you." Dominic, I can hear you. Okay. Nice one. Okay. That's fine. I think we are good to go. So, Jedi, I can hear you. Dominic, I can hear you. Gabriel said, I can hear you. Obichuku probably said, waiting. All right, good. Now, when we talk about quantum leap simply means moving from a point to another point. But this time around, not from point A to point B, more like from point A to point H. That's why it's called quantum leap, right? It means moving from a point to a higher level. And when it comes to something of this nature, you must understand, first of all, that growth is not instant, right? Growth is progressive. If anybody tells you that you are going to blow in one day, the person hates you very well. You don't blow in one day, you grow consistently. So if you want to do something sustainable, you grow, you don't blow. That's the first thing you need to know. You grow instead of blowing. And one thing that is going to help you experience what we call quantum leap is a relationship. You being able to relate with persons, right, on a positive note. And I was telling a friend of mine, I said that there is no need making enemies when you can make those same persons your friend. It's of no use fighting battles that you are not supposed to be fighting. For instance, quantum leap is a success because of relationship. Without relationship, Jedi would not have been able to pull in the speakers he pulled in. So relationship will always give you what money cannot give you. And if we are going to define relationship, then I would want us to understand that there's a big difference between cash and money. Poor people focus on cash. Wealthy people focus on money. Okay. Give me some seconds. When you slot this into an ATM machine, what it gives to you is cash, not money. Cash is paper. Cash is irrelevant in today's society. When I say irrelevant, I don't mean its buying ability. I mean its ability to lose value over time. You will agree with me that many years before now, there was nothing like cash. What was in existence was what? Trade by barter. And then we moved into a coin economy where people began to pay for things with coins. And it got to a time coins were now outdated. So it means if you were a millionaire in coins then, okay, if you have millions of coins in your bag today, you are poor, because cash can lose value any day, but money is money till eternity. So money is anything I can use to buy anything, and it does not have to be cash. So what is money? Money is a currency. Cash is not a currency. Cash is just a form of money. So there are many currencies we have, and the good thing about currencies is that you can convert one currency to another. Implication, let me list some currencies we have. Cash is a currency, value is a currency, relationship is a currency, knowledge is a currency, time is a currency. And among all these currencies we listed, money is the least currency. And when I say you can change a currency to another, it means if I need cash, all I need to do is to change one currency to cash. It means if I need cash, I can teach people my knowledge in exchange for cash. Jedi's, can you see me? Or can you hear me? Jedi's. Jedi's. My camera is static. Is it the
Yes,
same way?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it
I
static?
can see it. Yes, it's still static. Yes, it is.
Okay, let me go offline and come online. A minute.
All right, all right.
Is my
All
camera
right, sir.
still static?
I can't see you yet. I can't see you yet.
Okay, let me exit the StreamYard and come back then.
All right, all right, all right. Okay, sir.
I thought it's working now, right? Is
All right, all right.
it working now?
Yes, 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 yes. All
Okay,
right.
and then the default is
Yes, sir,
from
it is. It
StreamYard. I
is.
just noticed that my camera was static. So as we were explaining before, I was
All
enjoying the
right.
song anyway. Relationship is a currency, time is a currency, knowledge is a currency, value is a currency, influence is a currency, cash is a currency. And among all these kind of currencies, cash is the least, because cash can lose value anytime. So when I need cash, all I need to do is to slot in any other currency to produce cash. So I can now begin to teach my knowledge in exchange for cash. I can now begin to what? Clear people's grass with my time in exchange for cash. I can now decide to move wheelbarrow to pack sand around the streets of Benin by using my time to buy cash. So let's say I don't want to trade this with time and I want to trade this with relationship. This is where people now begin to vouch for me and I now begin to make cash from relationship, or I now begin to sign deals and contracts. So I am now what? Converting relationship to cash. Every currency can be converted from one form to another. It means I can use cash to buy time. So let's say it's supposed to take me 2 hours to wash my clothes and I pay a laundry guy to wash the clothes. It means I have just bought 2 hours of time with cash. There are some persons you would not meet in life in a poor state. For instance, You will not find them in the common street. You will need to pay for an expensive webinar. So that is you using cash to buy access. That's you using cash to more like buy relationship. So I am not saying you are buying these persons. I am just saying you are using cash to buy access to have relationship with these persons. Implication: cash is important, but not the most important. Poor people focus on cash, rich people focus on money. Every wealthy man understands that cash is not money. Cash is just a form of money. So when you want to buy a phone, ask yourself, how can I buy this thing without paying cash? And ideas will begin to hit your head. What if you do trade by barter, for instance? So quantum leap requires relationship. So I want to believe we are with a book and pen. If you are with a book and pen, type in the comment section, I am with a book and pen. I want to explain something to us that is going to help us. If you are with a book and pen, I can see the comment section now. Type, I am with a book and pen. I need 3 persons to type that so we can do a little and good. So Jedi said, I am with a book and pen. I want to explain something to us. So Marian said, cash is not money. Interesting. Gabriel said, I am with a book and pen. Who else? Who else? One more person. One more. Good. Ioluwa said, I'm with a book and pen. Janet said, I'm with a book and pen. So turn to a fresh page. Turn to a fresh page. At the bottom of the page, write students/proteges. If you've written that, type, I have written it. At the bottom of the page, type students/proteges. This is a very practical class. If you've written it, type, I have written it. Good. At the center of the page, type friends, circle, peers. Friends, circle, peers at the center of the page. If you've written it, type circle. I want us to be very, very fast because I need to explain this concept. This concept changed my life forever. When I understood this, I began to pay attention to relationship. So Jedi is good. Who else? If you've written that, friends, circle, and peers, type circle. Let's be fast. We don't have time. Good. Now, at the top of the page, write mentors, coaches. Write mentors and coaches at the top of the page. If you've written it, type coaches in the comment section. If you've written it, type coaches in the comment section. Let's be fast. This was what I was teaching persons in the life after school events in Benin. I want to explain this exact concept to us. If you understand this concept, you will not be poor in 2022. Good. Janet wrote coaches. Yoluwa wrote coaches. One more person. Good. Marianne wrote coaches. Now, you need to understand how to relate with these 3 sets of persons. The way you relate with a friend is not the way you relate with a student. The way you relate with a student is not the way you relate with a mentor. Whenever you relate with either of these 2 categories the same way, you are already on the path to failure. You must understand that your relationship between these 3 persons are distinct. For instance, your mentors and your coaches will help your life. They will help you achieve results in a short time. So right, mentors will help your life. Students will save your life. Write it that way, I will explain. So write, you can write the top column will help my life. The bottom column will save my life. Then write the middle column will assist my life. So your friends will assist you, your students will save you, your mentors will help you. If they stop you along the streets of Benin, let's say in Upper, and they block you and say, Alpha, deal with me, and they collect your phone, rip you off your money, collect everything, collect your shirt, give you a good slap, and tell you to frog jump home, I am very sure that your rich politician will not be able to save your life in that position. The person that will be able to save your life in that position will have to be people at the low position of life. I am not saying low as in monetary wise. I am saying low as in value wise. So whenever you are in positions like this, the people who are going to save your life will not be people at the top column. Most times they might not be people at the middle column, but they are going to be people at the bottom column. Implication: the people that will be able to help you to retrieve your phone will be people who are used to that street, who are already staying there. So when I say your students and proteges will save your life, it means they will save you time, they will save you money, and they will save you energy. Write it. Right? My students and proteges will save me time, they will save me money, they will save me energy, they will save me resources. Your friends cannot do this part for you, and I will explain why. If you've written it, type I've written it. This is a practical class. We don't have time. If this is the only thing I can teach you today, I am fulfilled. If you understand this concept, you are going to succeed very well in 2022. Who have written it? If you've written it, type I've written it. Let's be fast. Just write, my students and proteges will save me time, will save me money, will save me energy, will save me resources. Good. Let me put it this way. For many years now, for close to 4 years, I have never paid a dime for a graphic design. For close to 4 years, I have never paid a dime for a video ad. I have never paid 1 naira for a sales copy. I have never paid 1 naira for a sales funnel. Simply because my students and proteges are saving me time, money, energy, and resources. I have always told people that volunteering will never be outdated in life, because no matter how high you get to, you will keep being a volunteer. Life is in a state of equilibrium because people are always volunteering. Everybody's volunteering for everybody. And no matter how high you get to in life, you discover that you don't ever stop volunteering for persons. Everybody in this session now is volunteering for somebody. You are helping somebody do something for free, right? You are helping somebody do something for free. That is you volunteering to do something. So, sorry, there was a little interruption. So, volunteering will never be outdated. So, what happens is that your students and proteges begin to volunteer to work for you for free because you have done something for them. Now, this is not you manipulating them. This is just life being balanced, because nobody is going to volunteer for you unless you give out value. So remember the concept I explained at first, that what currencies can be traded for another. So I am trading the value, I'm trading the currency called value in exchange for skill, in exchange for money. So imagine I have been paying my video ad person money for the videos. It means I would have paid over 1 million naira for video ads. It means I would have paid over 2 million naira for graphic designs. But all I did was that I paid for those skills with value, because I understand that I don't have to buy everything in life with money, with cash. I can buy things with value. I can buy things with time. I can buy things with relationship. So for instance, I am training here because of relationship. So Jedas has what? He has bought this session with relationship. So he does not have to pay 1 million naira. And I will soon explain about this, the second column, and you're going to understand this concept very well. If everything you have in life was bought with your money, you will suffer for a long time. You must learn to trade currencies for currencies. If persons are not volunteering to work for you, it does not mean you are evil. It means you are growing. Now you should be focused on giving out value. There's a kind of value you will give. For instance, now we are hosting this quantum leap training, right? And Jedas has brought trainers to give you value. Do you think that if he called for volunteers on his WhatsApp status that people will not respond? There was a day I tried it out. I wrote, I need content creators, and over 80% indicated interest that day. Over 80 human beings said they want to be content creators, because what? I am trading value for skill. When last did you trade value for skill? You are always buying things with your cash. Remember, the people at the bottom column will save you time, will save you money, energy, and resources. They will save your life. They will make sure you don't waste money. because it is what? It is an exchange of currencies. Don't ever forget this concept. Now let's talk about this the middle column, your friends, your circle, and your peers. These people will assist you through life. And I forgot to say something. Your students and proteges will bear your burdens. Right. The bottom column, your students and proteges will bear your burdens. The middle column, your friends, circle, and peers will share in your burden. The top column, your mentors and coaches will lift your burden. Everything I am teaching is from my head because I understand this concept and it has been working for me. So what? Good. Your students and proteges will bear your burden. Your friends, circle, and peers will share in your burden. Your mentors and coaches will lift your burden. You need all three categories of people to succeed in life. Any category that is missing will make you struggle through life. Poor people do not understand this concept. Wealthy persons understand this concept. For instance, this training is a success because of the people in the middle column of Jedi's life. Because what? We are here to share in his burden. He has a burden to train persons, to see people become better. So all he had to do was to contact his friends and to contact his people. Alpha, I want to do a training. Please, I need you to come and teach. So what are we doing? We are sharing in his burden. Implication, he would have struggled to pull a conference like this if he did not have friends he could rely on. Are you now seeing how important these three columns are? For instance, I'll give you a very vivid example because we don't have much time. Akin Alabi hosted a training for $500,000 in Lagos. You cannot enter the training unless you show them an account balance of at least 500,000. But then, Poshi Tamilore called Oxide. Alpha, he get one training where Akin Alabi won't do for Lagos, Naira Bet headquarters. But he did not announce it because he wants very few people to show up. He said, and I am one of those few persons. And he asked Oxide, you go like come? Oxide said, yes, but I cannot come unless the people in my cycle come. That night, Oxide put a call across to me and AJ. Say, Alpha, this training won't hold. Una won't come. And we said, no problem. I said, no problem, no problem. So we now went through the submission process. Immediately on that day, we began to book for our transport. We began to book for accommodation in advance. We began to book for everything. Now, the training was possible for us because we had people to share our burdens with. Implication, the people at this middle column of life will have to be people who are genuinely interested in your success. In my circle, everybody's interested in everybody's success. There is no envy. So when I see an opportunity that can make me any amount of money, I just quickly tell this alpha, see. There was a time AJ closed somebody. I think there was one day AJ almost provoked me. I was in church and he just I was about going to church, so he just called me. He said, Alpha guy, I just closed somebody. I said, how much they pay? He said, 500,000, 500K. I was like, you said 500,000? He said yes. And I was what? I was happy for him. I was like, how did you do it? He said, no problem. Now this evening we'll do video call. So that evening, AJ, Oxide, and myself were on a video call. He was now explaining how he closed the person and how we can replicate the same process. So the next time he had a deal to close, we entered another video call. So I was now explaining to him how he could close them, about the sales aspect of it. Oxide was now explaining to him about the mindset and marketing aspect of it. So what is happening? This person has an opportunity. We are sharing in their burden. These are the people you can share your dreams with. These are the people you can share your vision with. You cannot start sharing your dreams and vision with your students and proteges. They don't have the mind to accommodate that vision. This is where you are now saying, I share my vision with this person, the person laugh me. How will the person not laugh you? There is a kind of mind that can accommodate a kind of vision. So if you have persons in your circle that are not genuinely interested in you, you discover that you're in a parasitic one. So many opportunities that will come to you in life will come through your friends, through your circles, and through your peers. So we've been doing Sell or Bear conference. It's been a success because of my friends, because of my circle, because of my peers. So these are people that will share in your burden. The last set of people, your mentors and your coaches, they are people that will lift up your burden. They are not there to share in your burden. Your mentor is not your friend. They are not there to gist with you. They are there to assist you and to advise you. They are there to guide you. This is why I always tell persons that you can chat with your friends with emojis, right? With stickers. But the person at the top column of your life, you will make a very stupid mistake when you begin to chat with them with stickers. That's why I see some persons, they want to request for an advice and you are sending a voice note of 4 minutes. It is an insult to that mentor or coach. You are making them feel that you don't appreciate their time. That is one. You are making them understand that they are too less busy. That's two. And there are many ways to put this. Now, you don't send a long voice note to persons at that top column. Whenever you're talking to these persons, you are as brief as possible because you understand that they are always busy. So this is where you now begin to summarize everything in a text format. And you now summarize everything and you now send it for advice. When you are talking with your friends, people in your circle and your peers, you can send 10 minutes voice notes, not for those other persons. You don't send stickers to those persons. You don't chat with them while abbreviating. Because most times they will not even tell you about your mistakes. They just begin to move away from you. Have you not discovered that when you're always collecting, people are always moving away from you? But that's a talk for another day because we don't really have time. So those persons are there to advise you, to guide you, to direct you, and to lift up your body. So when they now discover that you are loyal, they can now begin to endorse you. They can now begin to bring you on their platform to teach. They can now begin to recommend you to people. They can now begin to send you out. They can now begin to tell their friends. There's something that's good about wealthy people. Wealthy people don't buy impulsively. They buy based on recommendation, strictly by recommendation. When a wealthy man wants to buy a car, he asks all his wealthy friends, I want to buy a car. Who should I buy from? So it is strictly a recommendation. So if you are going to be wealthy, you would need a wealthy person to vouch for you, to tell his wealthy friends, he get one of my person where go fit do video art for you, right? And anything we're in charge, you just pay the guy good. These persons are there to make you achieve in 8 months what you would have achieved in 8 years. They are there to shorten the process, right? You will still go through the process, but this is just you leveraging on other people's mistake, other people's failure, other people's regret in order not to make the same mistake. So you are going to suffer long if you don't pay attention to those persons. You are not their wife or their husband. Why would you send a 5 minutes voice note to them? Are they that less busy? Because some of us, we know how to do the wrong things without knowing that we're even doing the wrong things. So every day you're always sending them a DM every day, every day. Are you the only person in their life? Now you picture 1,000 persons sending them DMs every day. How are they going to survive? It means you are a parasitic human being if you're always sending DM every day. I heard of the story of I think Fela Durotoye, how that in a year he only meets with each of his protege once in a year. And I think for some hours, he meets with you that once in a year, he's not meeting with you again. That once in a year is for you to tell him about all your plans in a short time and for him to give you all the advice he will give you in a year. And after that time, go and implement. Some of you don't understand how these things work. That's why it looks as if some persons are always struggling. They're always struggling. When you I'm not telling you not to seek for advice. I am telling you, be straight to the point. Let me tell you some of the mistakes people make. Somebody will come to your DM, hello, sir. He'll be waiting for your reply. You will not decide to reply him. The person will now say, how was work, sir? And in order not to be pissed off, or maybe to be labeled proud, you now say work was fine. Hope you have eaten, sir. You will now say yes. Okay, sir, I just wanted to check up on you. Good night, sir. So how do you wonder, the next time you send a message, that person will avoid you. And if the person is impatient, the person is just going to archive your chat so that when next you send, they will not see it. Which one is hello, sir? Good evening, sir. How was work, sir? Have you eaten, sir? Good night, sir. All those questions are irrelevant. You can just come up, good evening, sir. Sir, I have a project I am working on. These are the things I intend to do about this project. These are the strategies I have in place. And I would like to know your thoughts on this, sir. And I would really appreciate any advice. You see, they now know that you are excellent in your approach. They now know you are reasonable as regards your movement. Then they can now take out time to really advise you. You don't just come and tell them that they're now typing one wrong story and all that. Whenever you approach this set of persons, you come with a plan. Their work is to tweak the plan. Their work is not to give you a plan. You should come with a plan in your head so that they know you've been working, so that they know you've been racking your brains to think. So what they just use to tweak it, okay, do this one, don't do this one, take out this one, remove this one too, remove this one, oh yeah, add this one. Why not keep this one for next 6 months? Why not postpone this one and do this one instead? So that way they know you are resourceful, they know you are useful, and they know you are wise. The next time you come to their DM, they'll be willing to help you because you have shown a high level of responsibility. Nobody wants to mentor or coach an irresponsible person. You must exhibit a touch of excellence and responsibility. What is responsibility? It's a combination of two words, respond and ability. So responsibility is simply you responding to your ability. And you cannot respond to your ability unless you know your ability. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Because most times you are going to fall not from the area of your strength, but from the area of your weakness. When you know your weaknesses, you now know that, okay, if I'm going to fall in life, this is where it's going to come from. When you know your strengths, you now know that if I'm going to succeed in life, this is where it's going to come from. Right? So, do you even know your abilities? If you know your abilities, how can you respond to them? Remember, the people at the top, they are not there to draft out your plan for you. The people that join you in drafting out your plan are the people at the middle column, your friends, your circle, and your peers. They are the ones to draft out a plan for you. And some of you, let me tell you the reason why you seek for advice and you don't ever get it. It is because you are very, very insulting without knowing. When you meet the persons at the top aspect of life, you are not telling them what you want to do. You are telling them what you plan to do. Implication: your friends can advise you, but the persons there, their work is not to advise you, it's to instruct you on what to do. So you will now discover that you met them the first time, the second time, and the third time they did not listen to you because they know that all the things they've been telling you, you've not been doing it. So this one is not going to make any difference. So when you are going to those persons, you are going with the mindset that if they tell me not to do this thing, I'm not going to do it. Some of you just come like, good evening, sir. I just wanted to tell you that I will not that I'll be going offline, or whatever you just want to say. I just want to tell you that. And if the person is wise, the person will just type okay, because you are not requesting for permission. You are just saying. You must understand that the persons at these three aspects of life, you must relate with them differently. The persons at the top, they are okay. The persons at the bottom are to help you in executing your plan. The person at the middle are to help you in planning. They are to share in your body. The persons at the top are just there to tweak your plans, to teach, not really to teach you, but to guide you and all that. People, okay. Let me put it this way. Everything in life revolves around people. If you are going to succeed, it has to be people. If you are going to fail, it has to be through people. Everything that you are going to do in life will have to be people. This house I am in would have been useless if there was nobody to rent it. The frame on my wall would have been useless if there was nobody to pay for it. This conference would have been useless if there was nobody to attend it. Your phone would have been useless if there is nobody to chat with. If you understand that life runs on the currency called people, you will stop creating enemies and you will start creating friends and allies. There is no point fighting a battle that does not concern you. There is no point. There are three things you must avoid online. Avoid religious posts. Somebody should help me type it. Religious post. Number two, feminism related post. Number three, fight when no concern you. I will explain. And I think I'm going to wrap up with this. If you don't want to kill yourself online, avoid these three things. Any post that concerns religion, leave it alone. Because both parties are extremists. Have you not discovered that everything you want to post online, there's always somebody that will be very, very angry that will still post it? So what's the point of you posting it? Because many of you just want to sound intelligent when in reality you are not intelligent. That thing you want to offload, that thing you want to say may come up for your chest. Somebody else will still say it. So why then are you recruiting enemies for yourself that you don't need? There was a time some persons pulled a stunt against Pastor Kumuyi about deeper life, how he was inviting other persons. And I told everybody that were around me, and I said, if you are a deeper lifer, don't comment on the post. If you are not a deeper lifer, don't comment on the post too. Because if you are a deeper lifer and you comment, you are still going to generate enemies for yourself that you don't need. If you are not a deeper life and you comment, you are still going to. So any stand you take, you're already generating enemies just by taking a stand. So what's the point? When there's also somebody that will still say what you have in mind. There was a lady that lost a million, her first $1,000,000 deal. The reason why she lost it was because she talked to a lady rudely. 3 years after, the lady was all that was needed to sign the deal. And she told them, we cannot use this girl. They said, why? She said, for personal reasons. If we bring this girl on board, she's going to insult persons. And that was how the girl lost the deal. The girl now came back to this woman's DM trying to beg. The woman said, no, I don't have any issue with you, but I cannot take that chance again. When I say avoid religious posts, I do not mean avoid spiritual posts. Religion is boring. Christ is not boring. There are two different things. You can teach your gospel without sounding religious. Religion is about you focusing on people's bad and making them feel like shit when they are not. Now, I was reading somewhere in Jude, I think Jude 1 verse 21, if I'm not mistaken. The Bible said, focus on the sin. They said, be hard on the sin, but not the sinner. Your goal is to remove that sin, not to kill the person who is sinning. If we were all righteous, then why did Jesus come to die for us in the first place? So none of us is perfect. And if you understand that nobody is perfect, they are going to be soft on people. I am not telling you to allow them to wallow in ignorance. I am telling you that before you correct a man, ensure that you have earned the right to correct the man. This is a talk for another day. Avoid religious posts. Anything you support, you will still collect. You will just be gathering enemies for yourself. Number two, avoid feminist related posts. Anything where concern political, please avoid it. I forget to add on. You see, politics, I beg, avoid them. Avoid politics. Nobody needs to know the party you are supporting. Check all the top persons in this life. You don't know who they are supporting. When I was attending a JAM lecture house many years ago, the person who was teaching us chemistry said, avoid 3G network. When I asked what was 3G, he said God, gun, and government. He said, don't ever have issue with God, gun, or government. He said these three can kill you. You see gun, you see gun. You already know. No matter how high you get to in life, government can bring you down. Don't ever fight them. It is a fight you will never win. They have all the resources, you have limited resources. One way to fight government is by taking a public stand as to what political party you are supporting. because irrespective of the one you are supporting, you are gathering enemies. So imagine the opposing one now wins. They are going to make sure that you feel very well in whatever you are doing. Avoid political posts. Um, I'm trying to be really quick about this. Then I was talking about feminism. When you comment on a feminism related post, you must inherit enemies, because a person who is not a feminist most times is an anti-feminist, right? So imagine you're commenting on a feminism related post and you are in support, especially on Twitter. There are people who are going to lambast you. If you are against, your own don't finish. People begin to call you all manner of names. So what I do is I just go through the comment section and I don't comment. Wetin concern me? What I have in mind, someone else will see says. So I don't need to gather unnecessary enemies. You know, concern me. So point is avoid these things. I avoid these things. I avoid these things. Please avoid it. I'm talking about fight when no concern you. Whenever you are seeing two influencers fighting online, just put your clothes for your bag, zip and comot, waka comot. That one no just come. You know why? Every person who is at the top believe in collaboration. You need those two influencers that are fighting, they will still settle tomorrow and they will use it to settle. I assure you, they always settle behind the scene. You that now commented stupidly, ah, your case is finished. This is where you are now inviting people to come and train in your conference and they are telling you no. You know why? There is a quote in business: when you dine with the enemy of your friend, you become the enemy of your friend. So point is, every circle discuss persons, right? Is that they're discussing people for good reasons or for bad reasons. So let's say a person now brings a person's name to that particular circle, talking about this person, and they now discover that this person did something not really nice. What's going to happen is that for me to retain my relationship with this person, I cannot accept your invitation, because because accepting your invitation is a slap on my friend's face. So even though I like you, I have to reject your invitation. So everybody you fight online is you inheriting enemies by default. When two influencers are fighting, leave the comment section. Don't try to sound smart. Don't come and say, I did it, I noticed this. They are not needed. So we always tell persons, praise in public, criticize in private. And don't even criticize, praise in public, you are criticizing in private. And don't even criticize in private until you've earned the right. Don't even criticize in private unless you've earned the right. These are the things you will need to be successful in 2022. You need mentors and coaches to vouch for you, to endorse you, to speak for you. You need friends, your circle, and your peers to share in your body, to assist you through life. You need your students and your proteges to bear your burden, to save your life. Any of these category of people you neglect, okay, I just checked somebody's comment. Any of this category you neglect will affect you somehow. The comment section is not, most of this, if you are ever going to say something in the comment section, it should be to praise the post or something that is complementing the post. We know you don't agree with the person, and you rest now. There was a woman that went offline because of this thing in 2017. John Obidi uploaded something on Facebook, and this woman uploaded the opposite and was lambasting him. Although maybe she meant well, we don't know. But John Obidi's students took it personal and they began to lambast this woman. Imagine you having that kind of fight. They began to talk this woman down online. Madam tried to gain her feet, but she now discovered that every webinar she was posting, nobody was paying. Now that woman is not online again, just by what one reckless comment. So I am done. One question. I just need one question, and once I answer the question, I'm out. One question. Any question? If you have a question, type it in the comment section. Any question? Oga Jedi's, your boy is loyal. Thank you for the invite. Any question? Any question? Any question? One question and I am out. The first question I see is what I am going to answer. Maoga.
Thank you so much, man. I was at the back. I was I was seriously writing, like seriously. I'm so happy for today. Like today, the value back to backs from Sir Victory Maxine to you, as in the value has been much back to back. Honestly, I learned so much. I don't know about them. Okay, there's a question here. I'll show it to you so that.
Yeah, I saw it. I was waiting for you to finish talking.
Okay, so seriously, I'm honored. Normally, I know these things, but I've not really thought about them. Okay, and I knew how many persons that also volunteered when I asked for volunteers for this program. I knew how many persons that volunteered, and there was something one of them said. She said when I told her, she was helping me to repost on my Telegram group chat where the waiting group. So when I met her, I was thanking her. She was like, Sajeda is no. After all you have done for us, no. I was like,
Ah,
So when you started speaking about it, it started to make sense. It started to make sense. So yes, Sanahim, once you click the beautiful thing about the link that Sir Fortune shared is that even after this seminar, once you click on that link, you would start and watch it afresh. Okay, so the link is going to be ever fresh, evergreen. Whenever you want to come and listen to the things that I said, just click on the link and you start afresh. It will be on replay. Yeah, the link will help you to watch replay whenever you want to watch it. So over to you, Sir Fortune.
okay. So Samuel asked the question: how can one generate constant content for proteges? Well, you can't give what you don't have. That's the first thing I'm going to say. And there is a formula I usually tell people. I don't give out. I study 4 times more than I give. For every 1 hour I teach, I must read for 4 hours. There is what we call reserve power. You don't teach from your reserve, you teach from your overflow. That reserved is reserved for a few. Your wisdom must first teach you before it teaches others. So that knowledge in the reserve is first to change your life. After it has changed your life, you can now teach from your overflow. So to teach, you must know. To speak, you must learn. Implication, you cannot teach until you have been taught. Every good father is a good son. That's the point. So to generate constant content from your proteges, you must have eaten constant content from your mentors. I think that's the best reply I can give you. To generate constant content for your proteges, you must have eaten constant content from your mentors because you cannot give what you don't have. You cannot transfer a life you have not lived. That's why I always tell person, don't teach what you have not become. Stop sharing who you are not. When you begin to learn a whole lot, it brings out this uniqueness in you. And one advice I should give people online: limit the number of people you listen to. You end up confused. There are very few people I listen to. Very few. Like, I mean, very, very few. I don't listen to the rest. When I begin to hear many voices, I become confused. And I understand that life is a game of energy. And because I don't want to take in so much, I just shut out the rest. When everybody begins to advise you, who will you listen to? Samuel, have I answered your question? Yeah, 4:1. 4:1. Don't ever forget, every good father is first a good son. Every good leader is first a good follower. Every good teacher is first a good student. Don't ever forget this. You cannot teach who you have not become. So, Jedi, I'm done. I'm done answering this question.
Honestly, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sir Fortune. It's always an honor to always have you in any of my conferences. Um,
Everybody.
thank you everybody who made it here. Today we have come to the end of Quantum Leap Summit for today. Tomorrow is the last day. Tomorrow is just strictly for writers, and I'll be having
Mm.
Sir Louis Akweze and a storyteller also to come and teach you guys how to apply stories and how to make money from your writings. I know that there are many writers that we have here: copywriters, ghostwriters, content writers,
Secrets revealed.
Just come, just come with your writing skill, and I promise you that you will never remain the same. You're gonna learn how to monetize, how to make money out of that your writing skill. So thank you so much,
Yeah, I
Sir
want to
Fortune.
learn no man
Um,
monetize too.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. So thank you everybody, and good night.